Welcome back to the Catnip Podcast. My name is Grace and today is Monday, November 22nd. This is a podcast about knitting, books, baking, and cats, but most importantly knitting because that is what I love to do all day, every day. I have various social medias that you can follow me on. I have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Ravelry. I'm most active on Instagram, so please go follow me over on there if you would like. I post pretty frequently over there, so you can see what I get up to during the week. I also have a blog, or show notes will be on my blog, so links to things that I will be talking about in this episode and previous episodes. I will do my best to remember everything and link everything. I may forget, and in which case, if I do forget, or if you have any questions, or just want to say hello, please feel free to send me a message. I would love to hear from you. I also work at a yarn shop. It is called Pearly Girls. It is in Spring, Texas, and I will leave all the various website information, social media, all that kind of stuff. We are having a Grateful for You sale coming up this coming Black Friday and Small Business Saturday, so please go and check all those deals out. That is in person and online, so you could take advantage of that. If you are not local, or if you are local, you can also order online. That works too, for curbside, or you can come in and pick it up. Whatever works for you. There are options. I have a lot to show you, everyone. We have a lot to talk about, and I've been very productive today, and it's been a good Monday. And the holidays are coming, and I am just really feeling the holiday spirit today. So let's just go ahead and get into the episode. If you want to grab something tasty to drink, something to snack upon, something to craft upon, an animal to snuggle, laundry to fold, maybe you are on your lunch break, you could be doing whatever brings you joy, or maybe you're just resting. You can do all of those things, any of those things, the combination of those things, and you can come back and join me for some crafty chat. So, first of all, just to get this out of the way, and I don't forget, this coming Thursday, or if you're watching this on Wednesday when this episode goes out tomorrow, will be Thanksgiving, and we are very excited. And we are, not just me, my husband Sam and I are going to my parents for Thanksgiving. If you have not seen recent episodes, we will be going to Colorado for Thanksgiving. We leave when this episode comes out, actually bright and early in the morning on Wednesday. And I'm very excited for many reasons, and I just cannot wait. So because of that, we will, there will not be an episode next week, next Wednesday. I will be still out of town next Monday when I normally record, and I am just not going to have enough time to record between when this normally goes up and when I get back. So, I apologize, but it's good to take time off, as we have discussed in previous weeks. So, that is very good. That is very exciting. I hope you have, if you are celebrating Thanksgiving, I hope that you have a wonderful time with family and friends and that you eat good food, or if you're just having a very chill, relaxed Thanksgiving, or if you're not doing anything, I just hope you have a wonderful Thursday. That is also important. I hope you have a good day in general. So, I have finished objects. Not one, but two. Not four, but two finished objects. And they are not small. They are not small. Everyone. First of all, I have my Vertices Unite. Everyone, it's done. It is done. It is completely done, and it's blocked, and the ends are not woven in, but that is okay. It still counts. It is done. And it has been added to the pile of finished objects that I will be bringing with me to my parents to take pictures of, which is currently only 3. I think. I believe it's only 3. So that's good. Because, I mean, space in the suitcase is very important, you know. So this is Vertices Unite. This is by Stephen West. This is, in fact, the small version. And I feel like it blocked out to be a beautiful, perfect size. And I just am in love with it. It's so nice. I love the size. It was so much fun to knit. I did do, like I said, the border, the I-cord border in a darker yarn, which you can kind of see. I just think that kind of sets everything off. I feel like it's a nice border frame for the fun yarn. The yarn is Big Sky Yarn Company. It is it was a mini skein set based off of The Mandalorian, which was super fun. Cassie just does an incredible job with colors. I love her base. It is so squishy, and I just had so much fun knitting this. Like, just watch me cast on another Vertices Unite soon, because why not? I had so much fun knitting this. This was truly it was a treat myself project. It was a comfort project. I have knit a lot of things into this shawl just in the past couple months that I've been working on it. Maybe month. I think it's less than a month. I put it on my Ravelry. We'll look it up. How long have I been working on this? I think it was around a month. Because it was very, like, not a rush at all type thing. And just with everything going on, what am I looking for? There we go. There's just been a lot of just everything knit into this Vertices Unite, and I love that. I think that's one of the most beautiful things about knitting, is that yeah, it took me a little bit more than a month, like a couple days, because I started it on October 12th and I finished it on November 19th, which is pretty awesome. So I just think that's a really beautiful thing about knitting. You can, life, things, your surroundings really do affect your gauge. You can see when things were stressful. You can look at something and remember what you were happening to be going through. I think that's how I want to phrase that. And then you can look at the looser times and just think of the happy memories that you were going through, and just like, oh wow, my gauge was just so loose. It was just such a wonderful, I was super relaxed. Opposed to things being very tight. Which is not a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a fact. It's just a fact of life, of things that we all go through. Our own trials and tribulations, our happiness and our joys. And just in this past month, there has been a lot knit into the shawl, which I know sounds very vague. But I will share more information as it continues to develop. But there's been a lot going on. So I love this. I love this shawl so much. I am thinking about adding like little baby tassels to the corners. I think that would be super fun, and I have a good amount of yarn left over, which is really fun, so that can be put into other projects. I love a good theme. Like, themes just make me happy, especially when they're ones that are like meaningful to me. I can appreciate themes that I'm not necessarily super drawn to, but ones that I hold have a special place. Themes that have a special place in my heart, there we go, are very special to me, obviously. So we love a good Star Wars Mandalorian reference. I just love it so much. So yes, this is Vertices Unite by Stephen West. Yarn is Mini Skeins from Big Sky Yarn Company. It was a collaboration with Amanda of Little Bitty Delights, and she did a little Yoda Grogu donut project, Progress Keeper. And it was such a happy thing. I'm so glad that I decided to get it, and I'm so glad that I decided to do a Vertices Unite with this. I foresee myself doing many other Vertices Unite with mini skein sets. I think it was just so much fun. So much fun. Would highly recommend it. Highly. Also, really great way to, like, if you have an advent or a countdown calendar or any kind of set that has mini skeins that you open, like if it has 12 of them, like 24 would probably be quite a bit to fit even into the large Vertices Unite, but if you had 12 of them, like that would make a perfect large Vertices Unite. And you just stripe however you see fit. It was just so much fun. Like, I cannot even make a Vertices Unite. It is not hard. It is not complicated. It is so much fun. Such a good time. It will only bring you joy. Everyone needs a Vertices Unite. So next up, my next finished object. Everyone, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably know what I'm going to say, but I finished my diamond jumper. It's done! I finished it! And it fits like a glove, and I love it so much. Like, I cannot even begin to tell you how happy I am with this sweater. I am so proud of myself. Not to toot my own horn or pat myself on the back, but patting myself on the back, I did such a good job. We all have those projects, and I am celebrating this pattern, this sweater that I have knit. It is a great pattern, not for beginning knitters or beginning sweater knitters, but for advanced sweater knitters, but still a great pattern. By Ann Venzel. This is the diamond jumper. I used Cascade Eco Wool, and I just absolutely adore this sweater so much. It has not been blocked. I am still trying to figure that out. I may steam parts of it. I may steam the whole thing. I don't know yet. I am uncertain. But, and I have the rest of today and tomorrow to figure it out in order so that it will be dry by the time we leave bright and early on Wednesday morning. So, which I'm realizing that I may, well, I have to think this through. Well, let's just think through this together, shall we? If you watch this the day that it is coming out, I will have left. I will be on a plane. I believe our flight leaves at 9. And normally the podcast, I schedule it to go out at 10. So I may schedule it to go out earlier, so then I have the ability to post on Instagram, because if it goes out at 10, I will still be in the air and will not be able to post on Instagram that the podcast is out. So I will have to remember that. I don't know if I will, but hopefully I will. If not, I mean, I've forgotten to post on Instagram when the podcast goes out, and sometimes there's just not a post because I'm busy. But I'd like to be on top of things because I'm feeling very on top of things today. It's just been a good, happy news, happy day, happy everything. I made a great latte earlier. I've been very productive. It's just been a good day. So, I hope you are having a good day as well. And if you have not had a good day, I hope that there are things that you can do, small things that you can do to just kind of bring you a little bit of joy, to remind yourself that the small things are still wonderful and that they are important. And you are important. So anyway, that was lots of tangents there, but that's okay. my diamond jumper, everyone, is done. It took me, like, we've talked about this so much. The second sleeve always goes faster. It took me, I don't even know how long, like maybe 3 days to knit the first sleeve, and then it took me like an afternoon and an evening to knit the second one. Which is like, I mean, it makes total sense. The only reason why I am sounding frustrated is just I wish that the speed of the second sleeve would also apply to the first sleeve, so then I don't feel like I'm wasting time. I'm not wasting time, I do realize that, and I know that like the first sleeve, you don't really know what's going on. You have to figure it out as you go. You're counting, you're taking care of decreases and all that kind of stuff. You're measuring, and then when it comes to the second sleeve, you're like, I know what I'm doing. It is go time. We go, 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 go. Decrease, decrease, decrease. This is where we do it. I know how many rows of ribbing I'm doing. It's fine. I don't need a measure. And so because of that, obviously the second sleeve does go faster, but it's like, why did it take me 3 days to knit one sleeve, and then it took less than half a day to knit the second one? I don't know. It's just a constant discussion. Anyway, so the ends do need to be woven in. There are very few ends, really. I mean, there's like the cast off edge ones, like this guy. Also, I would like to point out, I do realize that living in Houston, these kinds of knits are not necessarily the most practical. But I would also like to say to you, if you just wear like a tank top or a camisole or whatever you want to call it, a lightweight top with probably no sleeves underneath to help with any kind of like itchiness if it gets itchy, is actually quite pleasant. You know, in Houston, it's fine, especially when it's a little bit more chilly, especially if there's a breeze, like it can just help cool you down, and it is very doable. Sometimes it can be very warm, especially with this one in particular, because there is like a neck thing, and usually if the back of my neck is hot, like I just feel like I'm on fire. If the back of my neck is hot, then it's just game over for me. So whereas in Colorado, you can get away with wearing more underneath and not being sweltering. So you can wear long sleeves or whatever. But here in Houston, you can get away with it. You just have to plan around it, basically. It's less of a throw-on thing. It's more of a, I'm going to wear this, I need to plan so I don't faint or get overheated and wear few layers underneath. So that is how I think about it. That's how I get away with wearing a lot of my sweaters, especially when it's not freezing outside. It's very doable. You just have to plan accordingly. Also know your limits of like how hot and cold you want to be or what you can withstand. So the diamond jumper is done. It is done. What is that? I'm so excited. I cannot even, everyone. This has been a journey. This has been a true journey. Thank you for being here with me on this journey of the diamond jumper by Anne Vensel. And I'm so glad that you've been here with me for this process. It has been quite a fun adventure. And now I have a beautiful cabled sweater. And I just cannot even. I cannot even. Okay, so moving on to projects that I have worked on and things that I'm thinking about taking with me to knit upon during Thanksgiving, which is still very much up in the air. I feel like I won't officially feel good in the projects that I've brought until I probably get to Colorado until I get to my parents' house. It's like, oh yeah, these are the perfect projects to bring. Meanwhile, at the airport, I'm like, why did I bring this project? This is not a good choice. Why did I pick this? This was a bad choice. Why did I do this? It's these big decisions, guys. Like, it's very stressful. It is stressful. And these imperative decisions of what projects do I bring with me, also what projects do I pack in my suitcase, and what projects do I bring with me on my carry-on. What? Because we were flying? That's also a decision. Life is full of decisions. And some are easier than others. And I'm grateful for the easier ones, or less imperative, less serious ones. That's not to say that knitting is not serious, because it can be. Knitting can be very serious. Especially when it comes to, am I going to run out of yarn on my trip? Which I know I won't, because there's actually some yarn for me waiting at my parents' house already. My mom and I will be making the Clove sweater by Rachel Kurihara, or Rachel Knits Things on Instagram. And the name may sound familiar. I did test knit for her earlier this year. I made the Lazy Daisy crop, and her patterns are just like so clean and like classic looking, like very classic lines. It looks just super beautiful and very everyday wear, and so I'm very excited about it. And so that's definitely getting cast on. I'm not sure what day, but it will probably be a Thanksgiving cast on, which works out well because we arrive on Wednesday, and doing a lot of baking, and I'm so excited. I just cannot wait. Woo. The sound of excitement and joy of things to come. So where do I begin? I don't know. Did I work on this? I don't think I actually did. So I may be bringing with me, let's just go, not necessarily by what I've worked on, but like things I want to bring with me. Yeah, I didn't move this at all. That's okay. I think I'm planning on bringing with me my Pink Fizz pullover by Andrea Mowry. This has been a long-term project, but that's okay. You know, I've really enjoyed knitting it. I think this lace is just beautiful. I don't know, like, because this is a very like chart intensive pattern, so depending on, this may actually be like a good plain, like on the plain project, because it's I will be sitting for a long time, and I can just like work on my chart. I can also listen to an audiobook at that point, or if it was more mindless, I then could read on my Kindle. So I have options, you know. Either way, I'm reading or listening to something. I'm reading a book. So that could be a good option. My yarn is Fiber Company Meadow in the straw colorway. Woo! Excuse me. Sorry, I apologize. I'm sorry if I made you yawn. My mohair is Farmer's Daughter's Fibers in the Mighty Mo Base in the Dumpling colorway. It's a beautiful light pink. And then I also have my Luke's Diner mug from Little Bitty Delights, which I love dearly. Which, side note, very quickly, I got notifications that things were in the mail. Things got delivered to me today, and I had not had time to go and pick them up from our mailbox. And we didn't have the code to get into our Amazon locker, so I couldn't go and get them to show you, and I'm so sorry, but please follow me on Instagram, because that's where you will see these things. If not here, you will see them on Instagram. We're moving on. I'm done talking about my Pink Fizz. Pink Fizz by Andrea Mowry. I got They're advent calendars in the mail, one for me and one for my mom, so that's another thing I'm going to try and fit into my suitcase. I'm sure it'll be fine. From Lavender Loon, and I'm so excited, and that time of year is coming up. It will be here before we know it. It will be here next Wednesday. Oh my goodness, can you even believe that? Like, so we get back on Tuesday and then I work Wednesday. So I can bring my first mini skeins to work and I get to cast on. I don't even know what I'm casting on yet, but I don't care. I'm so excited. There's just so much joy today, everyone. I hope that you are, if I can share some of my joy with you, I hope I am communicating joy to you. You are absorbing some joy through your screen of whatever you are using to watch this episode. I'm so excited. I have no idea what advent pattern I'm using for the both advent calendars. Last week we went over options, and quite a few of you actually sent your own suggestions, which I really appreciate, and I found some really amazing ones, which thanks to those who shared them with me, and I really appreciate that. So thank you. Thank you. My list got longer, which is nice having all the options, but sometimes it makes making those decisions challenging because decisions are hard. I did forget that in the Cozy Animals Advent Calendar from Heathered Handmaids, there is a pattern that has been designed by Yura of Knit Boop. So I'm very excited about that. She posted kind of like a preview picture on her Instagram today, and it looks like it could be very good. Definitely a possibility. But I just don't know. I don't know. There's just too many options. I know Wavy Wiggles probably will be one of them. I just don't know which one. And I think Wavy Wiggles will be one of them. I honestly don't know, now that I'm saying that. I don't know. I hate committing to stuff like this because I have to make a decision. Ugh. We were talking about the projects that I'm going to be bringing or working on or something. So I have my cruiser cardigan, which I'm pretty sure I have not made any progress on, but that's okay. I made 2 rows maybe of progress keeping and progress. The Cruiser Cardigan by Skein Yarns. This is an open cardigan that's all in garter stitch, and there's a dolman sleeve, and it's super squishy. I'm using Juniper Moon's Patagonia, which I believe is an organic merino. I could be wrong about that. I don't think I have the ball band in here. Oh, I do. See, I knew. I was prepared. Yeah, it is organic merino. How awesome of me to remember that. It says on the wall band it is the finest organic merino humanely grown in Argentina, which is very fun. So, I love it. It is very squishy, and it is quite wonderful. So this is like super mindless right now, and I think for the most part it will be. It's just the few moments of odd construction of like, well, what do I do next type thing. So I just need to work on it, and the rows are very, very long because you are working from like basically cuff to cuff along the back. So you have just like your wingspan basically is what you're working over. So the rows are super, super long, but it's all garter stitch, and right now I'm just knitting until I hit a certain length. And yeah, so it's just a matter of taking time. But this would be a very good mindless pick up, put down currently until I get to the next step for plain knitting. So love that. This is a definite contender. I think it's definitely coming with me no matter what. It's just a matter of, does this get put in my suitcase or does it get put in my carry-on? I think it'll probably be my carry-on. So, I think so. I think so. So next up, this is a Languishing Whip. This is a very, very much a Languishing Whip. And I just really want this thing to be done. I also want to use the yarn that is being used for this. And I want to put it into other things. So I need to get over it and just finish it. So I think this is, I don't know. I've made quite a bit of progress. There's very little left to do. And this is the Hiberknitting Cowl by Stephen West in Hiberknitting #1. So this was like the first Hiberknitting forever ago. I went stash busting for this. I think I got one new skein of yarn to complete my new palette. Here's, I don't want to show you the pattern, but there is a 1 or 2 color version, which is also a very cozy and classy looking. I believe I'm almost done. So there's 4 sections. I think I'm almost done, if not already done, with section 2. Which I suppose, technically, I could stop it whenever I wanted to. Because it is just a cowl. It's very long anyway. It's a tube, so I have no ends to weave in, which is really great. Hiberknitting hat. That'll be fun to make. The slumber shawl. I forgot that was in here. Oh, I didn't realize the cozy corner shawl was in here. What? This is good. This is good. I didn't realize. It shows you how long it's been since I've looked at this book. Also really like the Snow Flurries hat. I think it's super fun. It's basically like a bubble version of the hat. Also, I have not forgotten about doing the bubble cardigan, everyone. I think it may be a New Year's thing for me. I think, also just, I think I would like to work through this book. Is there a PDF? Oh, there is. I don't know if I ended up doing that. I think, honestly, I think that was one of the things that was really, like, preventing me from working on this easily, was because I had to carry around this book, and I hadn't put the PDFs into my Ravelry library, and, I love paper patterns. I love the feeling of writing things down and checking them off, do not get me wrong, but I do all my patterns on my Kindle. That is where I do everything. But having patterns in a book, especially because I had to like follow this one line by line at some point, and it was like, I can't hold this book open, like I need to, this is very challenging to do. So, but I'm very happy that I have this book though, because it's #1. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Kind of like to get #2. I don't know. We'll have to think about it. Anyway, what am I working on? The Hiberknitting Cowl. Let's actually show you what I've worked on, and we can analyze what we are, what we are, where we are. Okay. So this is what I have so far. And what needles are these? Oh, these are interchangeables. What? Okay, these are on 5s. Would it also help maybe if I went up a needle size? Probably. But these are interchangeable needles, and I've been keeping them on this project for like, I don't even know how long. I love my colors though. Like, I am so happy with how this turned out. So much. so much. So this is like a super big textured portion that's very, very fun and will block out beautifully when the time comes. And then I have this colorwork section of these little baby triangles. And I do have 3 mohairs and 2... No. I've got 3 mohairs and 3 singles. And like I said, this yarn could be being used in something else, but goodness gracious, no. Why would I do that? Like, this could go into something else. This is amazing. This is amazing. This is gonna be for one of the other sections, I think. I don't even remember what this is, but that's okay. I think I have it written down. Maybe? Do I have ball bands in here? Oh, I also have this. Oh, this is not good. Oh, it's attached. Oh. Well, okay. I think I need to analyze, like, how much I have left. Like, I love this color. This was in my texture time. One of his Mystery Knit-alongs 3 years ago. 4 years ago? Maybe 4 years ago. I don't remember what year it was. 2018? 2017. No, 2018. And I think this is hedgehog fibers. I could be wrong. I don't know. I have no idea. I could have it written down. Let's take a look. Did I have it written down? I also have this on my Ravelry. Oh, I do. Oh no, is it Suburban Stitcher maybe? Maybe it is. And then the lime green. So I have to knit until this measures in the entirety of a certain amount. But the thing is does it really match up? That's a pretty short section, but I don't know if mine is even remotely long enough yet. I don't know. I will have to look at this in greater detail later, but because this purple is the one that I keep meaning to, this like vibrant purple is something I keep meaning to put into other things. I also have no idea where this green, this neon green has gone. It is not in my bag, I don't think. Oh no, it is, haha! Here we go. So I do have everything in here except for this purple, which I do believe I know where that is, which is nice. So if I do want to continue on, I just need to measure and move forward with that. But I just need to, I don't want to bring like 6 balls of yarn with me on the plane because that does not sound like a fun time. Because we want to pack lightly, we want to pack efficiently, we do not want to bring excess stuff because that can be a pain to travel with. So I need to take a look at this and see where I am and see what all is going on and make that decision. I also thought about bringing the Birch something. Oh, that's not what I wanted. What am I doing? What is it called? Birch Creek bandana. I was close. The Birch Creek bandana, because that's super easy and pretty mindless, but interesting enough that I would need to pay attention, which I feel like that is like, it's a good amount of paying attention. So that is a possibility. I could bring my boho blush. I didn't bring that in here. That is also a possibility. But everyone, I have one new cast on, and I have another potential cast on because I got a ball of yarn from work because I pulled it out to take pictures of it for something else, and I was like, I really like that. We do have more of the color though, so if you really like it, you can go and get some, especially with the upcoming sale. So let's go with this new yarn acquisition. It's just one skein. It is Sesame from Barocco, and it's got a little piece of a tail on there. It is like a worsted weight, light Aran weight, I would say. I have every intention of making a barley hat, and I really want to make a barley hat. And I know I can knit a barley hat in less than a day, an afternoon, because I've done it before. And I think it would just be a really great look, you know. I love this color. I think it's just super fun and very festive looking, but not necessarily like, wow, these are holiday colors. It's like just very fun, and also can be autumnal. It's showing up much more pink on the camera. It's less of a pinky red and more of like a red, which is very fun. And then you got these little bits of orange in there. I've been wanting to knit with this yarn for a long time. It's just so nice, and I love the content. It's wool, acrylic, cotton, and nylon. And I think a pom-pom would just be amazing. I don't know what the pom-pom would be out of, but that's okay. We have the stash, and I know I'll have plenty left over. I could potentially even get 2 hats out of this because the yardage is pretty good. It's 230 yards. So, I need to pull out needles and make sure I have the pattern pulled up on my Kindle. But I just love it so much, and I think that would be super fun. So, that will be a cast on of some sort, whether I do that on the plane. It could be my traveling project. I just love knitting barley hat. I've knit so many barley hats over the years. It's just such a good pattern by Tin Can Knits. Can't go wrong. And then my other cast on, Everyone, which doesn't really count, which it doesn't matter, but doesn't really count because I had to frog something to use this yarn, and the something had been on my needle since probably high school. So yes, you have a loud car. We understand. Thanks for letting us know. So consequently, some of this yarn is very, very crinkly. And the difference between the non-crinkly yarn and the crinkly yarn is quite drastic. Which is when we're very thankful for blocking, because it is going to need it quite desperately. I just think it's fascinating. Anyway, so this is a holiday yarn. Like I said, I think I got a skein of this, and I think my mom may have gotten a skein of this as well. I believe it is called Holly Jolly. It is from Volenvine on her base that has Stellina. I don't know if she still does that. I haven't seen this color anywhere in forever. I don't know if she still does this color. I know she does other holiday colors, and obviously she's still doing yarn, so that is a thing. But I believe this is called Holly Jolly. And I had cast on and knit quite a bit on some pattern, I don't remember what it was, and the pattern also required me to split the skein into 2 50-gram skeins, so I actually have 2 mini balls. And I also potentially will add a second color, third ball, maybe, I don't know, depending on how I'm feeling, because we just love going with the flow. Anyway, so I did cast this on Saturday, and I am more than halfway done. I believe this is a hipster light, and you can see this is the non-crinkly yarn. This is the crinkly yarn. Look how different that is. What? Like, it's drastically different. And that's okay. You know, that's why we have blocking. It's really great. I've done the two crossovers, and I have my lace section in between. I'm currently working on my second garter stripe, and then I do this whole section again, and then another garter stripe, and then I cast off. I may make it bigger. I don't know. We will wait and see, but I am loving this. I got all this done on Saturday and Sunday. What? Mainly Saturday. Like, what? I cannot even. I got so much done. This is so much fun. I love knitting this. And it was a nice, like, treat myself moment again, because, like, I had literally just finished my Vertices Unite. I finished my diamond jumper. It was celebration all around. I wanted something that was for the holidays. I had pulled this out, and I knew that I needed to frog it sometime soon and just hadn't gotten around to it yet. So I was like, yeah, I'll just bring it with me to work and I'll figure it out. And I did. And here we are. And I even had the good mind to bring my little package of holiday stitch markers and progress keepers, so then I could be prepared and have my little Santa, which is from Hand Stitch Life. Which, the point of my mailbox rant earlier was that I also have holiday stitch markers and progress keepers from Jen of Hand Stitch Life, who did this little Santa, because I got some of her holiday stuff and I completely forgot to mention it 10 minutes ago. I apologize. But it's in our mailbox and I'm so excited. And I'm sorry that I don't have it to show it to you today, but follow me on Instagram because you'll see it there. And you should also just go and check out her shop because, like, she's got such good stuff, such good collections. It's all amazing and very high quality, and she's just a wonderful person. So, this is my hipster light or lightweight hipster or whatever it's called by Hoki Locatelli. My yarn is Holly Jolly, maybe, by Volanvine forever ago. I realized that the pooling and everything is just very chaotic looking, but I love it, and it's also sparkly. I don't know if you can see that, but it is sparkly. And my little Santa. Boop, boop, boop. So, my plan is, excuse me, woo! I'm sorry, I had to yawn. My plan is to just use this skein, depending on how I'm feeling, but I do have this other skein of yarn that has been in many things. It is Madeline Tosh, I believe, but it's this beautiful color, and it also has sparkle in it, which I don't know if you can see that, but I may use this for the tassels on this. I may, which I think just goes so well. I was worried that the reds wouldn't match, but I think I really like that. So, I don't know. I really like how that looks. So, I have possibilities. Possibilities. I don't know what to do, but I have possibilities. So, I'm just plugging along. I've had such a fun time working on this. It's very mindless, but this section is just like enough to be like, oh, this is a little different. I need to pay attention. Okay, now we're back to garter stitch. It's fine. And I also, side note, I have made some changes, some slight changes to the pattern in regards to the increases and the slip stitches on the sides, because I did not want the side edge to be too tight. I always have that issue with these kinds of shawls, especially when the increases are knit front and back, and especially if you do 2 of them at the beginning and end of each row. So I have switched it up, and I have 2 yarn overs at the beginning and end of every right side row, and I will do my best to write that information in my project notes. On Ravelry, it's very straightforward. It does get kind of wonky in regards to this middle lace section, but I'm just kind of making it work. Also, like, you can't really see what's going on because of the yarn, so I don't think it really matters. So, it's fine. It's fine. I've really enjoyed this pattern, though. I think it's a really great one skein wonder type thing, and a good way to use up yarn that you've been holding on to for a long time and you just don't know what to do, and it's like, well, I just want something fancy. Also, I didn't realize that if you have already bought one of the hipster patterns that if you have bought the regular hipster, then you get the lightweight hipster at a discount, which I didn't realize, and I was very pleased to see that. That was a very nice surprise. So yes, that is my new cast on. I'm just very excited to continue making progress on it, and I also have my boho blush. I realize that it's a very similar concept in regards to the shape of this shawl, and I was in a similar situation, mindset when I cast on the boho blush. It was just because I may do that, I may not, I don't know. We will see. I have options. We have to make the decision soon. By Tuesday evening, it needs to be decided, which when you're watching this, if you watch this on Wednesday, will have already happened. I will have already made the decision. But I've got plenty of options, and of course we're going to Maker and Stitch, which I'm just so excited about. I'm so excited. It'll be a very fun time. I cannot wait. I also need to figure out what knitwear items I am bringing besides my finished objects while packing light and mindfully, because I don't want to bring everything, because I can't wear everything. I want to be mindful with the things that I bring so I can use them because I love them. I love my Woolberry cowl. I wore that on the camping trip recently, and I just love that thing so much. But I've got so many options, you know, I just do. I don't know. Anyway, that is all the knitting that I have for you all this week. And, excuse me, I'm yawning. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and listening to me discuss all the things and get a little lost on our rabbit trails, but that's okay. We got there in the end, even if it was 10 minutes later. I remembered. Thank you so much for being here, for being you. I have all the various social medias, I have show notes, I have yarn store information. Please go check out all those things and the links to the things that I will have talked about. Or if you just want to say hello or have any questions, please feel free to send me a message. I would love to do that, or to chat with you. I was going to say something and I forgot what it was. I hope you had a wonderful weekend and you continue to have a wonderful week. If you have crafty plans, I hope that they are successful. I have many a crafty plan. Mainly, my biggest thing is figuring out the blocking situation of the diamond jumper. Also weaving in the ends of my Vertices Unite and the other ends of my Mystery Knit Along. And maybe adding some tassels to the Vertices Unite, which that won't take very long, but it is still something that needs to be done. I've been super productive today, so I do have time to do that and not feel bad that I've neglected other important things on my to-do list today. And I need to decide what I'm bringing. I need to decide what is going to be my plain knitting, knowing that when I get there, we will have projects to cast on. So keeping that in mind, that is definitely something I need to keep in mind. Because I'm pretty sure that once I cast on the clove sweater, it will be, it could be my plain knitting back home, because I think it will be pretty mindless as well. I don't know. Pink Fizz may not come with me. I honestly don't know. I need to figure it out. I've got time. It'll be fine. It will be fine. But because this is the season of Thanksgiving, we can be thankful any time of the year, any day, any time. But because this is the time of year where we stop and we make a point to be more thankful, I am so incredibly thankful for every single one of you, for every viewer, for every commenter, every liker of my pictures on my Instagram feed, all of you. I am so thankful for you. It just blows my mind that people have followed me for so long, whether you've been here since the very beginning when I was in college, or you've been here a year or a week. Like, it just, I can't understand. I don't know. I'm so thankful that you are here, that you give me your time, that you spend time just watching me. I think that is truly incredible, and I am just honored. I am very blessed. I am very thankful for all of you. You mean a lot to me, and I'm thankful for you. So let me know what you are thankful for this season. Because again, we don't have to use this is not the only time we can be thankful. We can be thankful any day, anytime. But since it is Thanksgiving, let me know what you are thankful for. I would love to hear. It's nice to be reminded of the small things that people are thankful for, whether and big or small. It doesn't have to be a small thing or a big thing. Just something that is meaningful to you that can kind of help remind others, like, oh, I'm also thankful for that. I didn't even think about it in that way. And I think that's really wonderful. So please share with what you are thankful for. I would love to hear what you were thinking of. I will not see you all next week because I will be traveling and coming home and missing my parents and their animals and my family. But we will have such a wonderful time while we are together. I'm so excited to meet Teddy and Hank, the kitten and the puppy. I'm so excited. So this is really truly the time to really be following me on Instagram, because I'm sure there will be pictures. You do not want to miss out. This is a good time to be aware of these pictures, because they are some cuties and just general fun times. So yes, I think I have waffled on long enough. I will be back though, beginning of December, or the second week of December, I guess. I will be back for a couple of episodes before we take a break for the rest of the year. So I will hopefully have a lot to show you then. Lots of progress, maybe some finished objects, I don't know. Probably some new ones, which is very exciting. And Advent knitting! Oh, we're so excited! Oh, I cannot even. What? I'm so excited. You know what? I'm gonna discuss this with my mom. I have an idea. I need to discuss it with her. Anyway, Now, this is not a podcast of you sitting and watching me figure out things. Make decisions, all that kind of stuff. This is not what this podcast is about. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being you. You are wonderful. You are enough. I am so thankful for you. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving if you are celebrating it. I hope you enjoy wonderful food, that you have a safe Thanksgiving, whether it be with friends and or family. If it's Friendsgiving, I don't know, but I hope it brings you joy. I hope you have a relaxing time. You just get to enjoy whatever brings you joy, because that is important. So with that is all that I have, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Bye.